Hi there. Welcome to Hazmateam.com. My name is Paul Dambeck, and I'm going to take a minute to show you the Hazmateam Dry Ice and Biological Materials Shipping Guide. So some of you may be shipping biological material. Maybe it's a patient specimen. Maybe it contains a pathogen. Maybe it's cooled with dry ice. So the point of this guide is to show you how to properly mark and label packages for transportation according to the DOT, IATA, and IMDG regulations. So how we navigate? Well, you want to start your journey by going to the bottom of the page and clicking the Home button. So let's go home, click right here. And that brings us to the home page. So there's a number of different ways you can navigate from here. You can review important definitions. There's information about how to ship Category A or Category B infectious materials, regulated medical waste, biological products, patient specimens, non-infectious animal specimens, genetically modified microorganisms, self-transport options. If you're shipping dry ice only, and there's documentation examples, shipping paper examples. So a good place to start on the home page, we tell you to read first important definitions. So let's click right here. So on this page, the important definition page, well, we go over exactly what is a biological product, what's a Category A infectious, what's a Category B infectious, what exactly is dry ice. So a lot of terms with regard to shipping these different biological materials. All right, you want to be looking here to help you navigate to the next step. So we always want to go back home. So the bottom of every page will have a home icon. Let's go back home. So let's say you want to ship a Category B infectious material. Let's click this link right here. All right, so we navigated our way over to the Category B infectious page, and now we have options. So are you shipping your Category B infectious material ground, vessel, or air? So let's say we want to ship it on an airplane. Let's click on the airplane icon. So now we're on the biological substance Category B page. And this page is applicable to vessel and air transport. So there's a lot of important background information that is described concerning shipping these Category B infectious materials, such as, do I need a shipping paper? And the answer is no, you don't. This is the arrangement of how we're supposed to mark and label the package. If you're cooling this material with dry ice, you got to add these marks and labels. All right, to get back home, let's click on the home icon. So we're back home, and let's say you want to ship a Category A infectious material. We would click right here. Which brings us to the Category A infectious page. So now you have options. Does my pathogen affect humans and animals, or does it affect animals only? So let's say we had a Category A infectious material shipped ground that affects humans and animals. Let's click on the truck to see what we have to do for ground shipping. So this page is for Category infectious A materials affecting humans shipped ground. And here in the top of the page, you have a number of different requirements spelled out or summarized, and includes that, do I need a shipping paper? The answer is yes, I do need a shipping paper. I need emergency response information. Here's how I would mark and label the package. What kind of package I need to use. And each of these pages will have references to look for the complete set of information. Keep in mind, this is a guide. This is a summary. All right, to get the full detail, you need to look in the regulations. Now, when we click to the scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see shipping paper examples. So let's take a look at this link right here. Let's go to shipping paper examples. So here we are on the shipping paper example page. And on this page, we've got, about a dozen or so different examples of what the paperwork, the shipping papers, will look like. You know, the BLL, the Bill of Lading form for ground, the dangerous goods declaration forms for air and vessel. All right, so we've got several examples of ground shipments, vessel shipments, air shipments. So for example, if just to look at that example that we talked about a moment ago, if I have a category A infectious material affecting humans being shipped ground, let's click on example 2. And here we are at an example of a shipping paper for a category A infectious material being shipped ground. So all the different requirements, all the hazard identification requirements, all the emergency phone number requirements are all spelled out in these examples. So these examples are a really great tool for you to use to make sure that all of your paperwork is completed properly. All right, so let's go back home. All right, here we are back home, and you can see that this guide is just chock full of information as far as how to ship biological materials and dry ice. But just keep in mind that this is just a guide. To get the full details, you gotta look through the regulations. And if you're shipping these materials, you also need training. So Hazmateam, we offer several classes on how to ship hazardous materials, also known as dangerous goods, via ground, air, and vessel transportation. All right, we even have a course dedicated to just shipping dry ice and infectious materials. And you got to check out our new lab safety class. Our new lab safety class is a very detailed oriented course which covers how to manage a laboratory. So that's all I have, folks. Thanks for joining me. So long.